joining us and to come online and get this wonderful information given by our very own Dr. Michael Favors. He is an author, an entrepreneur, a businessman, a coach. He is a pastor with a heart after God's own people. So he cares about everybody so much that he studies this information and brings it back to you and brings it plain so you can have a better understanding. And with a good understanding, you can make great decisions. So without further ado, the next voice you will hear, even for Las Vegas, thank you for joining us, Las Vegas. The next voice you shall hear is that of our very own Dr. Mike Faves on the line.
Well, thank you so much. That is my darling better half, my Butterfinger. You all, hey, I suggest you get you one. And so thank you for so eloquently doing that, Lady Favors. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, we are in this time where we're going to get straight to it. No fluff, you all. But before we do, I want to give a few housekeeping rules. Number one, if you need to see this on speaker view so that you can see the presentation, if you're on the phone or whatnot, you may have to swipe to the left or to the right, and you may have to put your view on speaker view so you can see the presentation. Now, what's going to happen tonight, you all, is I'm going to lay a foundation, which is to share the brainchild, the individuals, the world-class leaders who have put this together. Then I'm going to share with you all what they actually built for us, okay? And that's very important. And then, last but not least, I'm going to show you how it benefits you, okay? And so, obviously, right now, I am Dr. Favors. I am that leader. I am the author. And those of you who don't know me, you can easily go here. I am the one that has YouTubes, and I do a lot of YouTube for our team. So if you got any questions, there's something in one of these videos, you just got to spend some time and look it up, and that's where we are. But good people, we are not here to talk about Doc Favors here tonight. We're here to talk about you, and it's an amazing opportunity that we have where we have Bellator and Bellator that is the future of digital finance, okay? And so as you come in, do me a favor and put yourself on mute, and let's get to it. So now here, as always, you all, we are not financial advisors. And so tonight I'm going to be sharing a few small clips with you throughout the presentation. And here's the first one. So I'd like you to turn your volume up, get ready to take some copious notes. And after this, we're going to dive right into it.
Information provided does not constitute financial advice, investment recommendations, or an endorsement of any investment strategy. Investment involves risk, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Always conduct thorough research and seek the advice of a qualified financial professional before making any investment decisions. Any reliance on the information provided is at your own risk. We do not guarantee the accuracy or completeness of the information and disclaim any liability for any direct or consequential loss arising from any use of this content. Remember that all investments carry risk, and you should be aware of your risk tolerance and financial situation before making investment decisions. This presentation includes general information only and does not constitute financial advice. Please consult a qualified financial professional before making any investment decisions. The following content is protected under copyright law. Please respect these terms to ensure compliance.
All right, let's get into it, you all. Now, as I said earlier, we're going to talk about the foundations of Mediterra Holdings, and you all, that is simply this. When you talk about moving beyond unregulated crypto projects, we are built on a foundation of corporate accountability. That means we're publicly traded. You all have been seeing the news, you're hearing about it, but in case you haven't, we are in that quiet period, and it's said to us in a few days we will be listed, okay? So that means we have adopted a corporate governance, you all, a strategic oversight and transparency and significance, because it's the professional oversight of all ecosystem companies, okay? So when you talk about this, we believe that we are a community of world-class people, okay? That means we need world-class leadership, and I'm so happy to report to you all the structure of our leadership. Of course, we have on the left side the executive leadership board, which is the founder and CEO, Mr. Hakan Turhan. Then we have the head of the EU and retail marketing. Then we have the head of legal, head of finance. But good people, I'll do you better, because I know some of you all, like myself, you like to make informed decisions. And so right now, I can actually show you the website. So you go to mediterra.com, just like it's spelled. And on the website, you'll see about building the future of digital finance. You'll see the enterprise, you'll see all of this. But what's most important is when you click leadership right here, the leadership team comes up. And of course, you hit the arrow, and all of the information that you would need to make your informed decision is right here. And of course, now I can read all of this, but what I want you to know is that Hakan Turhan is a seasoned fintech and blockchain strategist with a career spanning over 2 decades in the financial technology, you all, payments, and data analytics sector. That is important to know because early in his career, Hakan Turhan worked extensively in the United Kingdom, where he collaborated with major banking and payment technology providers on ATM and POS infrastructure projects. That is important to know, good people, because tonight you're going to be hearing me say something about vocabulary words. We're going to be talking about tokenization, digitalization, real world assets. And it's important to know that we have a leader who has years in this space, and what they built is just going to be phenomenal. Okay. So then we'll close that out. And of course, as I said, the heads of EU and Miracle Pay, you can drop down and read about all of these individuals right here on the website. Now, when we get to the advisory board, that's the board here on the right. You see that we have a couple of people, world-class peaks. Now, I won't go through all of these, but once again, they are here for you on the page. I'm a man of brevity, and so I know I want to respect your time tonight, but it is one that I want to highlight for you, and he's the one who put together that all-star team, and that's Mr. Douglas Anderson, okay? Mr. Anderson was formerly trained on Wall Street as an underwriter and rose to management positions with 25 million in underwriting authority at Fortune 500 financial services companies. Now, you say, why is this important, you all? Well, once again, he has the savvy, he has the wherewithal to assemble individuals like Stephen Moore, who is globally recognized as the economist and author. As a matter of fact, he's the one that gives a lot of uh, growth to your president. All right. Right here it says it. He's the advisor to Donald Trump during 2016 and 24 campaigns. Whether you agree with Mr. Trump, President Trump or not, that's not here. That's not here. I'm not here to argue that. I'm saying that we have an individual on our board who probably, quote unquote, President Trump, who knows more about our economic finances than we do. Then you have Mr. John Baird, you all, who brings to the table an ability to negotiate and close contracts worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Watch this, in IPOs, private placements, and mezzanine debt offerings. And so when you talk about having individuals like this on the team, on the board, and of course, Mr. Villososa and Stephen Norris and Monica Prophet and Russ Garrison, good people, we have a world-class leadership team that is here for you and I. And this is what the foundation of the people who put this together. Now, I encourage you, once again, go to the website and do some research and look these people up. That's all I do. I go to here, I go to YouTube, I go to Google, and I'm looking these individuals up so that I know what I'm getting into is going to be here to stay. Okay. And that's what we mean when we say world-class leadership and the world-class advisory board. Now, we also have the company that operates as the marketing arm, and I'm going to get a little more into this later on into the presentation. But for now, I want you to understand, just to put a face to a name, we have Mr. Micah Theard, who is the CEO and founder of Bellator. Bellator was founded a year ago, a little more than a year ago now, back in December 2025, and or is it 2024? Somebody fact check me on that. Let me know. But anyway, he came in, he created this piece so that you and I can have an opportunity to get involved. So you have Mr. Ray Vidro, who's the VP. You have Mr. Pogomiro, who is the president, and of course, Ms. Radlin, who is over operations. And that makes up the Bellator team. Nothing we do tonight, nothing I talk about tonight, the only way to have access to it is through this arm, through Bellator. And you're going to hear more about that in just a little while. So good people, basically, what did we put together today? I need to do one thing and move me a little down here so that you all can really see this. Okay, great. So now watch. What did we put together? We are entering into a new era of finance, whether you realize it or not. So now we're entering into the area where governance by Mediterra is connecting technology by the company called Miracle, and then we're growing through Bellator, and it's all for your benefit because you're the beneficiary. So the real question is tonight, are you ready to join the revolution where technology and ownership and people come together? Now, I want to ask you a question. What if you could be a part of something that could change not only your life, but your whole bloodline, your whole lineage life? Would you not at least entertain that opportunity? Well, I have to believe you all are world-class people. As a matter of fact, if you know you're world-class and you're in the right place at the right time, come on, just put some sevens in the chat. I want to get y'all involved just a little bit. because once again, I don't like to just talk to an empty crowd. Y'all got to talk back to me. So if you already knowing that, okay, I'm hearing it, Favors, I'm hearing it, Doc, put some sevens in the chat, give me some reactions. I'm looking at it, I'm seeing them. There you go, there you go. Okay, now I know that you all are awake and I got your attention. So with that being said, let me share something with you. Here's one of the first things that these individuals built for us, y'all. Think about it. You've heard about blockchain this and blockchain that, but have you ever thought about being a part of a company that has its own chain? Well, these world-class leaders thought enough about us as world-class people to produce a chain called the Miracle Chain, you all. So what is Miracle Chain, you may ask? Miracle Chain is the base layer of the ecosystem. And I'm going to be saying that a lot tonight, the ecosystem. So that means it hosts smart contracts, secures transactions, and connects all ecosystem platforms. So you say, well, why is that so important? Remember, we have base layer security. That is the immutable foundation of all the transactions. So that means we're safe and it's transparent, okay? Then we have, it enables our Web3 services and automation. So now imagine while you sleeping, you earning. That is the best way to invest. And I'm gonna tell you all now, I get excited when I even talk about it and present it because it's amazing to earn while you're sleeping, while you're doing other things. You free up your time. And of course, the interconnectivity, everything in the ecosystem operates on our own chain. And here's the thing, good people, they built this chain for the purposes of transactions. So they already understand that there are going to be millions and billions of transactions happening seemingly across the globe, you all. So this is not one of those get rich quick things, one of those pieces where you're going to just put some money in, put $1,000 in, and you're going to let it compound in 90 days, you're going to be a millionaire. This is not that. This is real wealth building, real wealth, real world assets. Okay. Now, I want to always, like I said, sometimes seeing is believing, and we have short videos. So I want to let you hear from the CEO, Mr. Hakan Torhan himself, with a very quick clip. So once again, turn up the volume, and listen at this.
Africa is entering a defining era. And as we prepare to launch Mirix at the end of this month, this could not be better timed. Africa is moving toward a 3 trillion economy with extraordinary human capital, real assets, and rising global relevance. This is why, together with Orlando, we are launching Africa's next capital gateway, a tokenized African growth fund built on Miracle Chain and Miracle Pay, designed to connect African opportunity with global capital in a transparent, investable, and a practical way. It begins with energy, and yet our vision reaches far beyond. My sincere thanks to Wale Tinubu and Oando Energy for their support, partnership, and belief in us. This is how African value becomes globally legible, investable, and unstoppable. Visit miraclechain.net to learn more.
Now, listen to me. What he just said was that we have a individual named Mr. Tinubu, Mr. Wale Tinubu in Africa, you all. We just launched Africa, that is going on that miracle chain. Now, I'm going to say a little more about that in the future, but I want you to know now that if you hear it already, you say, whoa, y'all doing business like that? Yes, we're making deals and bringing companies like that on the miracle chain, and you're going to be able to benefit. I'm going to show you how in just a minute. Now, the second thing, and this is one of the reasons that I really said yes to this, you all, because from being in the space, I actually started off in crypto in terms of, or actually I started off in Forex, teaching people how to trade and Forex and options and futures and some of those things back in the day. But it gave me an ability to understand global economics. And so when I saw this right here, this is the Miracle Pay, you all. This is the bridging crypto and commerce, all right? It's like a bridge, seriously, from the regular world assets in terms of the regular way we do business with merchants and the crypto. So it's going to be a bridge. This is Miracle Pay. So Miracle Pay, once again, bridges cryptocurrency and traditional finance, allowing merchants to accept cryptocurrency while converting it into fiat for bank deposits. Guys, what is that? That is what we call a switch. The only ones who really have this ability now, outside of us, and those who are coming up, is the central banks. So now consider this. When you have merchant acceptance, I'm talking about real world businesses, you all, that you frequent on the regular basis, ability to accept your crypto. So if you know anything about it, once again, when we were trading back in the day, we realized that crypto moved on the weekend 7 days a week, every day, all day. But once we accumulated all the crypto, we had challenges moving it and turning it into fiat. Those challenges are no more, good people. So then crypto is converted into fiat currency. Funds are deposited directly into bank accounts. Are you serious? I am so serious. They created this type of software and it answers and solves the problems. See, when you want to get involved, when you think about getting involved in a company, you want to get involved in a company that has real world solutions for real world problems. Guys, Miracle Pay and Dr. Hakan Turhan, they've been at this for almost 9 years. So while they were building on the backside of the mountain, preparing it, we was just waiting patiently, praying for it. And here it is. I gotta digress. I told y'all, I get too excited when I talk about this, but it is the truth. And once again, when I saw this, I said, that's the name of the game. That's gonna change the game right there. So once again, I could say it, but I want you to take a look at this short clip, you all.
Let's rewind thousands of years to a time before money existed. How did people pay? A sack of wheat? Some heavy metal? Or maybe a live chicken? Trying to fit a chicken in your wallet? Not ideal.
Right.
Luckily, financial revolutions followed one another, bringing us to the present day. And today, a new revolution begins. Miracle Pay. So, what is Miracle Pay? It's your innovative, secure, and transparent way to accept payments in any cryptocurrency. Why blockchain? Because it's decentralized. No more bank bureaucracy, no more endless paperwork. And security? It's not controlled by a few guys in a suit. It's secured by hundreds of millions of people across thousands of nodes worldwide. With Miracle Pay, you can get paid anywhere. Whether you're selling ice cream on a glacier in Alaska, or selling hot tea in the middle of the Sinai Desert. We might question your business model, but never your payment system. 24/7 security, 99.9% uptime, and support for over 100 wallets. Miracle Pay is your trusted blockchain partner. Join Miracle Pay today. Integrate the future of payments into your business right now.
Now, did you hear and see that once again? Now, just in case if you're wondering, okay, well, is that something for me? And is it live? I'm going to show you right now because someone asked the question, is it really live? If you go to our website, miraclepayglobal.com, you'll see it right there. And you see an announcement right here on the home screen. Miracle Pay is now available on PAX devices. Well, we got other devices that we're connected to already, good people. These contracts, these deals have already been signed. And so when you talk about Miracle Pay going global, you see it here. Now, I'll talk about these partnerships in just a moment, but I'm showing you all this because now we got the foundation. We understand who it is. And I'm showing you now what they built. So now you should see when we say ecosystem, it's just not one thing. Because as they built this thing, it caused a problem. So they had to solve that problem, which built another thing. Then it caused another problem. So they had to solve that problem. Then they had to build another thing. Now you're seeing why we keep using the term ecosystem. Because in order to really position and posture us for success, they had to build some things. So here's another thing that they built. World-class leadership thinks about world-class people. So we not only have our own blockchain and our Miracle Pay, which is the software by which payments are collected and transacted, we now have a wallet. Are you serious? Yeah. So we have our own wallet, you all, that gives you the ability to lower the barriers for entry so everyday users like you and I can safely participate in blockchain and Web3 technologies without it being so hard anymore. Because you all know a lot of people ran from crypto because it was just weird to figure out. Well, world-class leaders make it simple for us. So now what does that give you? Key features, it simplifies the access because all you need to do is create a wallet using your email and password. And so right here is the first time you hear me say, when you get back to the person who actually invited you to this call and you get registered with them with their link, assume an equity position, then you can use the same email, and we suggest that you do use the same email that you use to create your Bellator account, which gives you access to all of this. And then you use that same email, and boom, it's so easy because you know your email, you know? And so what does it do? It eliminates the risk of managing complex recovery phrases. But most importantly, what I love is that it holds your tokens. It stores, guys. It holds your NFTs. It holds the digital assets across the whole entire ecosystem. And we're already accumulating these assets. And you can too. When you posture yourself, position yourself to purchase one of the packages that I'll show in just a little while, good people, this is a game changer, okay? Now, we also have what we call these real world assets. And once again, you're going to hear me talking about this, tokenization. So let's get into it. Real world asset. Real world assets, you all, are the things that we're bringing onto the blockchain, which enables secure digital custody and on-chain proof of ownership. Now, this is amazing. So when you talk about tokenization and tokenizing real world assets, do you remember the video I first showed you by our CEO and leader and founder, Hakan Toran, when he said they have secured a deal with Mr. Wale Tinubu? That deal is going to be backed by oil. And that is the real world asset that's going to be tokenized. We also have another one that I'm getting ready to show you in just a moment, but let me finish this right here. This tokenization, you all, this whole process enables us to buy and purchase fractional shares when you talk about investment in high value assets. Now you say, well, why is that so important, Favors? The reason why is up until a while ago, a few years ago, you used to have to be a sophisticated investor. And some of y'all in chat, y'all know, because we got business owners, we got doctors and lawyers and other entrepreneurs and network marketers on here. So you all know what I'm getting ready to say is facts. If you did not have at least 250,000 cash liquid in your bank and at least $1 million worth of business on the books, you were not considered a sophisticated investor. So that means some of these opportunities, like this one here, would have never come across your desk. You'd have just looked up, seen something, and thought something, and it just would have rolled right past you. Okay. But now, because of this, what they created, what they built, this system between Mediterra and Bellator and Miracle Pay, you and I got access. Do y'all hear me? This is why we say we're bringing Wall Street to Main Street, literally, because our company partners with multi-billionaires, y'all. Come on, y'all awfully quiet in the chat. So that means you have the opportunity and the capabilities, the abilities to partner with these individuals. And if you dare enough, get to Journey or get to one of the momentum sessions, and you might even be able to meet with them, shake their hand, talk to them, take a picture with them. Are you serious, Doc? Yes, I am so serious. When I tell you all, this is not a game. It is really not. It is so serious, all right? And this is what we have. Now, I'd like to share. This is Mr. Douglas Anderson. I'm getting ready to really get into some nuts and bolts now. And I want to share this quick video because some of you all, you hear me talking about a real world asset, but we got a short clip that'll actually break it down for you, okay? So turn your volume up once again and take a listen at this.
Hello, I'm Douglas Anderson, CEO of Wall Street Capital Partners, and I'm happy to say chairman of Mediterra Holdings, Inc. Today, I'm here to talk not just about a vision, but a movement. You've seen it. Mediterra moved fast because leadership was decisive and the team was brave. In months, not years, we went from vision to velocity. Bold calls, clean execution, real momentum. Look at the chain. It's live, stable, already hosting new projects as we speak. Look at the buildup around it. Product shipping, partners integrating, and look at Miracle Pay. With fresh traction in Latin America, it's set to scale globally. Now we climb. Today, I'm unveiling a project that at this magnitude is genuinely first of its kind. We call it Beyond Bucharest, because Bucharest is not just an airport. It's the anchor asset of a city-scale platform with a 2-decade horizon. Our goal is a living example economy where mobility, hospitality, retail, culture, and public services run on transparent rails. For the city, smarter revenue capture, cleaner settlement, lower leakage, and a magnet for tourism and investment. For citizens and merchants, faster payments, fairer economics, and access to modern financial tools without complexity. If we do this, Bucharest becomes the reference design other cities study and replicate. Through near final negotiations, Matera will hold 40% of the project vehicle. Program value is in excess of $2.5 billion. And here's the breakthrough: a true merge of institutional and public funding. We unite enterprise-grade structure with a compliant retail on-ramp so partners, merchants, and citizens can participate in the same real economy, on-chain, auditable, accountable. It's city finance modernized. Enterprise discipline with public participation. Exactly the kind of model the next 20 years will reward. The cost of this flagship will be met through a robust RWA token, scheduled for release after extensive due diligence concludes at the end of Q3 2026. Liquidity and price discovery will open in parallel with phased development. Clear governance, transparent disclosures, and institutional oversight from day one. The plan is, underneath all of it, Miracle Chain and Miracle Pay provide the rails, compliant checkout across terminals and city corridors, tokenized fundraising, settlement and revenue sharing mechanics engineered for scale. This is how we build a crypto city. One solid infrastructure, decades in scope. To ground that vision in action, as Beyond Bucharest moves from blueprint to execution, we're aligning community participation with the same city-scale thesis. The Italy node is being restructured under defined terms for conversion into Mediterra equity exposure, so longtime supporters can reflect the evolution from product to platform, from airport to city. If this horizon resonates, review the details, ask your questions.
Now, before I get into this, I know the language is different, and some of you are like, yo, Faye, what in the world does that mean? Let me break this down for you all very quickly, and then I'm going to get you into this piece, all right? Now, watch this. What this basically means, what he was basically saying, you all, is simply we're going to take and create an airport, all right? And the airport is going to be tokenized, and it's going to run on Miracle Chain, which is what we own, and it's going to have a token to it, okay? And so you'll be able to buy an NFT, which now operates or connects you to the token, that every time anything goes on this through Miracle Pay, if you tap, swipe, or insert, anyone does anything in that crypto city, you will be able to benefit. Oh, Christ, goodness gracious. What? Yes, you will be able to benefit. Now, with that being said right there, I need to show you all something. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but I want you all to know, and this is why I do these videos, all right? So I'm not going to do the whole thing, but this video here, Bellator Life Update, is African Deal Real. In this video, you want to watch a quick Wikipedia search, you all, because what I did in this video is this video shows Mr. Douglas Anderson announcing the oil deal that Mr. Hakan was talking about. Then I went through there, and it shows you who, and took you to the website of Oanda. Then it's going to show you how last year, guys, don't worry about it. In 2025, I found that Mr. Waleed Tinubu was saying we got so many barrels in reserve. I had to mute him out. All right, thank you. Hopefully y'all can hear me now. All right, I just saw that. So anyway, this video is going to show you, talk about that oil deal in detail. I'm going to show you Oando as the company. You're going to be able to see how much they made, like 13.4 billion. And you're going to hear him say, I got it recorded right there, y'all, last year, to where she said, we need help in terms of raising the capital to extract all that oil and gas. And then fast forward to a year to this year, you see Mr. Douglas Anderson speaking to him and connecting with him, and they closed that deal. That is the oil deal, and that is the deal behind the Tinubu token. Look, so it's right here, guys. Once again, for the sake of time, I'm not going to play all this, all right? But this is that research that I did right here. So I'm going to play this real quick here. Listen to go into this fund, all right? It's just starting with the oil. Now, notice he said 200 million barrels, 200 million barrels. Now, guys, you know Doc Favors, man. Y'all know I do some research, and I want you all to hear something that I found. This is a video. Now, y'all know I really study economics, so I watched the World Economic Forum in Davos. This is the one from last year, 2025. I actually watched this because I was looking at them talking about tokenization and BlackRock and them. Larry Finken was out there. But I missed this guy until now. So I found the clip with Mr. Wally Tinubu on CNBC Africa at the WEF, the World Exchange for Economic Forum. And listen to what he's talking about. And I want y'all to hear it. This is going to blow your mind, family. Watch this. Then I'm going to show you all how you can get involved. Listen at this.
Most impressive personalities in the oil industry. In addition to that, we deal with financiers, and I've spent quite a bit of time talking to global financiers as to what we can do. As a company, we have over 1 billion barrels of reserves. We have 300,000 barrels a day of processing capacity for
over $1 billion in reserves. Come on, Faith, get out of the way. A day.
Capital to extract these resources effectively. 1,000 barrels a day of processing capacity for oil, over 2 billion cubic feet a day for gas capacity. And our challenge is to ensure we can secure the working capital to extract these resources effectively.
So you hear him. And then when you go back, you're going to hear Mr. Douglas Anderson say we closed the deal. How are they going to get the resources, guys? They're going to use our company to tokenize that real world asset of that oil and gas. And so I get excited when I report this type of stuff, but that's it. So you can go to there and you watch it right there. It's the one in the green, Bellator Life Update, all right? So I'm sharing that with you to show you now that this is what they built, and I'll give you a little more understanding about real world assets and how so very important the tokenizing of those are for you and I. So now we know about the leadership. We know about what they built, the miracle chain, the blockchain, Miracle Pay, the chain, the real world assets. So now, how do you and I benefit from this? Good people, we have a suite here of ways that you can benefit. And so now we get to the fun part. Because I know y'all wait. Some of y'all like, Faye, you could have been showed us 35, 40 minutes ago. All right, well, let's get to it then. How do we get involved? Number one, we have a Project X node. Then we have a Miracle CPU node that's going to be going away pretty soon. So there is a sense of urgency. And once again, can't tell you what to do, but I'm telling you, what if you had an opportunity to get involved with a Bitcoin when it first came out, it was $1.50, and Ethereum when it was like 89 cents? Would you have, knowing what you know now? Sure you would. So let's get into this. So the Bellator suite, we got Project X, we got the Miracle CPU, and we got some farm nodes, and we got a package, all right? And we got a lot more to offer. Now, before I get into this, it's important that you understand when we talk about an NFT, and then we talk about owning a node, purchasing a node. Well, what does a node do? So we have an individual. He's not a part of the company, but he does break down what a node is and how it functions. And I thought it was necessary to put this in here so that you could get a better understanding of what we're talking about. Because I know some of you are like, yo, this is blowing my mind. I've never heard nothing like this before. I understand, but don't get overwhelmed. We're about to break it down so that you can really understand. So turn your volume up and take a listen at this.
Did make millions of dollars in crypto, but I don't trade crypto and I don't buy crypto. I make it. So I started making Bitcoin at $220. That in itself is crazy. So we started mining Bitcoin. We were making a lot of money. We were like, man, if Bitcoin ever gets to $10,000, we're going to be rich. This guy that was mentoring me, he was worth $100 million. I became one of his top guys. And at that time, I didn't know anybody worth that kind of money. It just sounds preposterous to the average person. For the next 7 years, I learned software instead of hardware mining. So when you mine Bitcoin, you have a physical piece of machine. You plug it into the network. It confirms confirms transactions, you make Bitcoin. On the platform that we launched, which was a company called Gala Games, we worked with Snoop, the death row chain that Snoop gave me, kind of crazy. And instead of hardware, we had software. So these software nodes will confirm transactions on the blockchain. Every time you buy something on that blockchain, sell something, move some money back and forth, there's a fee. That fee goes up in the cloud and it's split evenly between the node owners. So that very first blockchain that we launched, I only put 15,000 in. And for 2.5 years, those nodes just confirmed transactions. I had about 17 million tokens in my wallet. I watched it go from less than a penny to 5 cents, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 84 cents in a matter of like 5 months. So I went from $11,000 in software nodes to having over 11.4 million liquid currency.
Did you all hear that? Phenomenal. It's a big wow. So you saying to me, Favors, that I can purchase a node, and every time someone tap, swipe, or insert, or do any transactions, conduct any business with crypto on this whole system, I get a kickback? Oh, yeah. What? Yes, they developed a switch called Mintera, and that's what it is. So when we start talking about these different packages and how you get involved, that's what it is, good people. Okay, so you say, all right, well, come on, Favors, get to it. All right, so what is Project X? Project X is the first way we get involved in this. Once again, you get back to the person who sent you this, who invited you to this call, get their link, register with them, and they're going to show you how to go into the back office, which I'm going to show you in just a moment, and how to purchase this node. Now, Project X, then, what is it? It's an asset, you all. It's a limited digital license NFT-based asset. So what happens is you understand that Project X has a utility purpose because it participates in revenue allocations from 2 distinct divisions, the secondary market of activity and all asset-backed tokenizations. All right, let's get to it. What are you saying, Doc? What I'm saying to you is I just showed you 2 examples, one of an airport and a city, crypto city, and I just showed you a video where you're talking about in some videos where they're working on an oil deal to tokenize. That deal is going to start out with 200 million barrels of oil, okay? This is the node. You purchase this, you get to operate in that. Now, I'm going to tell you all the truth. Smart money moves a certain way. So that means they change some things. So it's only a limited supply. It used to be more than this, but now they upped it to 25,000 nodes. I mean, 12,000 nodes, dog. That's it. So that's the sense of urgency. So you got to get in where you fit in, understand. I'm not counting on one's chips, but at the end of the day, and it's set to be a hard stop on that as well. You know, so you if you see it, you got eyes to see it, ears to hear it. You want to jump on this. Okay, well, Favor, I still need a little more information on this whole Project X thing now, because first you get me with the piece, you showed me the leadership, you showed me what they built and some of the projects. I didn't even go through all of them, y'all. It's way more than that, but I didn't want to overwhelm you tonight. But this quick video right here going to break down Project X so that you'll really understand what it is. Take a listen.
We hear it all the time. The investment world is complicated. Stocks are confusing. Commodities are complex. And the Forex market, it's a maze. It's time to end the chaos. Introducing Project X. Let's look closer at the ultimate gateway bridging Wall Street and Web3. Project X isn't just a product, it's your key to the future. At its core lies the power of Wall Street capital asset strategies. Here is the huge news. A $12 billion deal has already been signed. This unlocks approximately $25 million a year flowing directly back to Project X holders. But we are just getting started. A colossal $60 billion deal is already on the way. Once signed, this is projected to add another $125 million to the community pool. The potential here is limitless. Plus, the project is powered by Metterra's robust real-world assets, RWA, with massive backing from the oil and energy sectors. The rewards? Project X holders enjoy a $2 daily payout. That means $730 a year, guaranteed. And don't forget, you earn a $250 direct commission on every single NFT sale you make. For the first 10 days only, prices are slashed. Single NFT, just $1,300, down from $1,600. Starter pack, 3 NFTs, $3,600. Bonus pack, buy 5, get 1 free for $6,000. Whale pack, buy 25, get 7 free for $30,000.
Okay, so right now, some of you all are wondering, okay, so what does that really mean? So let me take you to the back office and just show you. When you get the person who invites you to this call, you get that link, you sign up, you're gonna have access to this back office. That's for free, okay? What you want to do then is assume an equity position and then get involved, right? That means go back here, hit shop, go to packages, and then voila, here's what you see. You see the Project X node, all right? Now the numbers he broke down was equivalent to 1 node. But good people, what if you buy more than 1 node? Do you see? What if you purchase more than one? You now posture yourself and position yourself to receive these type of residual payout as long as the life of the company there, as long as you there. That's what's happening. And then you can also, once again, these NFTs will be held in your, remember the Miracle Wallet? So you can actually legacy then gift them to your children, because once those nodes go live, they do not shut off. So that's the offer that we have in your back office, all right? Now, that's the Project X. So I want you to understand, Project X, real world asset tokenizations. So all your Project X nodes are going to always be connected to any real world asset tokenization that they do. And you get a certain amount of percentage afterwards. I think like on every other deal afterwards, you get 6% for life. Did y'all catch that? What? So that means per node. All right. Now, remember the next thing in that suite we have right now is the Miracle CPU node. All right. Well, what's the CPU node, Doc? The CPU node, you all, is, let me get back over here. The Miracle CPU node is the other node that we have that is the piece. So let me get into it. The Miracle CPU node offers investors an innovative way to earn daily payouts and benefit from comprehensive utilities by participating in our payment network. Now, I do need to say that our payments come in form of the Mirex token and the Phoenix token. So it's not USD. So I need y'all to get that straight. So once again, when I asked you if you could have got Bitcoin or Ethereum or any other token when it was barely fit a penny, where would you be sitting now? And I think the last time I looked, Bitcoin was trading at 70,000. You see what I'm talking about? Okay, we talk about real wealth creation, real wealth building, y'all. So anyway, the ecosystem, watch this, you all, is anchored by 3 key components. Miracle Pay, that's the POS system that I'm gonna show y'all in a minute, and Miracle Crypto Cards, that's our own debit cards, and the Miracle Exchange offices that we have throughout the world, okay? And of course, those other connections that we have. And I'm gonna show you in just a minute, just stay with me. So now, together, they create a synergistic network of financial services and real world utility. So what does that look like? If you all can see this, you got Miracle Pay, you got the exchange offices, then you have the Miracle Chain, and you have the Miracle Card. And all that revenue goes up to the cloud, and it gets distributed equally amongst all the node owners. So the question is, are you a node owner? You see where it says the pay node right there? So if you're a node owner, then this is how this breaks down. We're gonna get into a little math now, because I know y'all want to know some math. So now, with the CPU node, to start earning monthly passive income for life, there's an 80-20 split from the purchase of a CPU node, okay? Now, with that being said, that Miracle CPU node, let's say, for example, let me get my calculator ready, because we're going to do a little math, just a little easy math, and I'm not going to go too deep into it. But let's just say, for example, that we have 100 million times 3% of market penetration. That equals 3 million. You have 3 million times, let's say, $5 worth of accumulation in transaction fees, all right? So that means people may have to spend about $200, $250, whatever, and then we get the fees, okay? Those fees add up globally, y'all. Trust me when I tell you. And those fees a day from the POS merchants, 15 million. 15 million times 365 days a year, that's 5.475 billion goes to Miracle Pay, the company that we are part of, all right? Now, 5.75 billion times 30% equals 1.6425 billion go to the node owners. That's going to be divided among all of us who own this particular node. So what are you saying? That's 1.6425. It's only 210,000 of these. All right. That's why first phase they had 1 for 3. The second phase, buy one get 2 free. Now we got buy one get 1 free, and then that's going to be over. All right. That equals about 7,821 for one node annually. Okay, favors. That's okay. I know that's kind of small. But what happens once we get to at least 10% market penetration, where each node could generate nearly $27,000 annually? Well, now here comes the math. If one node creates 27,000 annually, then what does that mean? $27,000 annually, that divided by 12 months, that's 2250. Y'all can see that right there, right? That's not bad. That's not bad. Trust me, that's way more than what you're getting in the regular pieces. Because once again, I'm a stock guy, I'm an options guy. So if you get into a good ETF, at best you might do 4 to 5% a year. You see, so you got to have millions to even see something. But now watch this. Remember, on the same node, let me take you here. The same Miracle Pay node right here that says you buy one, you're going to get 2 of them. Hear me when I tell you all. So that means for that $1,200 one time, you can get 2 nodes. Let's go back to the calculator. That means $27,000 times 2 of those. That's $54,000 a year passive. Residual income. You divide that by 12, because I'm a numbers guy. You got to have cash flow to do business. That's $4,500 a month. Okay, I hear it. Favors. Well, what happens if I buy more of those CPU nodes? Well, I'm gonna show you about a package you all that you can purchase that'll give you 7 of them, and we got a real good package that'll give you about 10 of them. But let's just say 7 for the ultra infrastructure. That package right there is 7 of them. All right. So let's say if you get 7 CPU nodes, not including the Project X, not including the Guardian, not including the other ones, just this node right here, this Miracle CPU node, 1 for 1, $1,200. And let's say you say at 3,600, that's going to give you, let's just go with 6 to keep it even, all right? What we'll have to do is do $27,000 potentially. Now, this is just a scenario, okay? $27,000 times 6, you all, that's $162,000 off a one-time purchase of $3,600 if you get them pieces. So you're saying, Faith, for $3,600, that's $162,000 annually? Yeah, but what about the monthly piece? So we're going to divide that by 12. Y'all know, Faith, that's $13,500 a month. Hey, I don't want to be coy, but I know people working 40, 50, 60 hours that's barely getting. Do y'all hear what I'm trying to tell y'all? See, when you hear me say ecosystem and we got a suite, I hear multiple streams of income. Because if I hold, okay, let me just break this down for y'all and show y'all what this is. Let me just go and get to it. When you get one of these starter packages, for example, you're going to get 3 Project X nodes and 2 Miracle Pay nodes. The builder package, you get 3 NFTs, 3 Project X, and 1 Guardian. I hadn't talked to you about the Guardian node. The Elite, you're going to get 7 CPUs, 7 Project X, and 4 Guardians. That's 3 different nodes that's going to be paying out 3 different ways. So we got multiple streams of income coming to whose wallet? Yours, potentially, if you got eyes to see and ears to hear. I'm trying to tell you, that's the math, you all. The math is mathing, okay? Hear me when I tell you. That's the potential of what we have here. And this is why we tell you, this is not a network marketing company, a traditional piece like that. I want you to get that out your mind, you all. Because the reality of it is yes, we get direct commissions. I'm going to show you that toward the end. But the reality is you've been looking for something. As a matter of fact, I can't make this up, y'all. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. And I'm going to give him a shout out too because he was on early. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's a gentleman on here. Where is it? Where is it? He says right here, Mr. Steve DeMoody. Don't come on and say nothing, but I got to give you a shout out because this man had enough wherewithal to say, I never thought I would get this kind of blessing at my age of 79 years old. That is noteworthy that someone gets it. He sees it. It's in the chat right there. Y'all go see it for yourself. Matter of fact, I'm going to take a screenshot of that because, hey, when you're talking about proof and you're talking about having people understand it, man, that is the ultimate piece right there. That's the ultimate testimony that somebody with that type of age, that type of wisdom can see this. Are you kidding? No. No. Y'all, I digress, but I'm trying to tell you all, that is how serious it is. That's how thoughtful whoever invited you to this call, that's what they thought to put you in front of this, all right? And that's why we take our time to break this down. So that's the CPU note. Now, the question then becomes, well, Favors, how are we going to get these 100 million terminals? I'm so glad you asked. Now, the company, our world-class leaders, already made deals. Yes, sir. So I'm well positioned. I love that language. Y'all see that? Anyway, I digress. We got the big four POS partnerships, what I call them. I'm going to talk about, we got Verifone, we got NCR, but I want to talk about two tonight because when you go to our website, you see PAX and you see Ingenico along with some others. But when you see PAX and you see Ingenico, and I got them right here, okay? You know, or you may not know, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you can go to each one of these websites, okay? And I'm almost done, y'all, but I want y'all to see this with your own eyes because this is going to solve the question. Where are they going to get that from? Guys, you may not have been paying attention to this, but wherever you go to do business, if you pay attention, you're going to see one of these, Ingenico, PAX, NCR, Verifone. Now, we also got contracts with Shopify in, but for right now, once again, I don't want to overwhelm you. We got exclusive contract. Thank you, Doc. Exclusive. Now, watch this. You go to Ingenico. You go to their webpage. You just scroll down ever so slightly, and you're going to see something. Oh, wait a minute now, Doc. First, you see global market leader in POS. Banks and acquirers, 1,000 plus. 120 plus countries where solutions are deployed. Do y'all see the numbers? Men lie, people lie, numbers don't lie, our nodes don't lie. Look at right here, you all. Tens of millions of terminals deployed worldwide. Our example only called for 3 million with 10% market penetration. Oh my good. Can you all see that? I'm being modest. Do you all see how low ball that is? When we talk about global and we got contracts with them. All right. Here's one that's really exciting. PAX. Wait a minute. I got to go back, y'all, because y'all know I got to go back. So when you go to partners on the same page and go down here, go to partners and go down to partner solution gallery. I want you to scroll down just a little bit, ever so slightly, and go to page 4. And what do you see? Oh boy, you see Miracle Pay. Good people, that is the same Miracle Pay that is on our ecosystem on Mediterra's website. And you see it right there. Seamless crypto to fiat payment solution with familiar checkout experience and instant settlement. That's the switch. Do y'all see this now? It's starting to connect now, right? So we on Ingenico's website. So if we on the number one POS system in the world, we're on their website, and then you actually click it, and that's what the device looks like. Do you honestly think that a company of this magnitude is going to host and promote Miracle Pay Company if they have not done their due diligence? See, sometimes you all, when it comes to stuff like, well, not stuff, when it comes to doing business like this, we often say when smart money move, you get behind it. Why? Because you move with the trend. You trade with the trend. Why? Because they have the resources to vet this stuff, whereas you and I don't have that type of long legal money to vet the companies. And that's how some of us used to get got back in the day, because they know we were trying to build wealth for our family, but we couldn't vet it like this. But they can. Mr. Douglas Anderson and Wall Street Partners, they can vet that. And oh, by the way, let me just put this in right here and digress just a moment. If you go to Mr. Douglas Anderson website, he changed his website. You can see it right there, Africa Arising, Wall Street Capital proudly partners with Miracle Group and Orlando PLC. And if you click this button, it's going to take you to the same video that's on my YouTube, just on their page. He was on the New York Stock Exchange and dropped that information right there. All right. I'm connecting some dots for y'all tonight. It's like a puzzle coming together now, y'all, for real. So once again, on Ingenico's website, they are hosting us and listing us, our company, that you have access to. And look at these systems. Those cryptos going to be loaded on there. All you got to do is, okay. Well, Doc, that sounds good, but when is it going to happen? I'm glad you asked. Now, remember, I told you we made an announcement on our website, miraclepayglobal.com, announcement. Miracle Pay is now live on PAX devices. I hope you all are catching what I'm trying to throw at you tonight. This is happening in real time. We're doing this. And that's why you often hear us say that we're getting down to business, you all. We're getting down to business. And we finally found the right place that allows us to be on the right side of money, the transaction side. So it doesn't matter if the market go up or down. Some of us are already getting, I'm just going to be honest with you, okay? So now, when the question is, how are we going to get these merchants to get those numbers in that scenario, that hypothetical scenario where I just showed you, there it is. And that's just two of them. That's just Ingenico and PAX. I didn't even take you to Verifone and NCR because, once again, I don't want to overwhelm you, okay? So now what next? We got a farm node as well, because the farm node is produced for those in global markets. Now, what does that mean? Our world-class leadership didn't want to leave anyone behind. Wanted to give everybody an opportunity. So once again, I'm getting ready to wrap you up, but I want you to hear this.
Welcome to Bellator Life, where every step you take helps build a smarter, stronger financial future. And for those just getting started, we've made it simple with the Bellator Farm Node, your affordable entry point into the world of real crypto rewards and long-term business growth. For just $99, you activate a farm node that earns daily passive rewards in PNIC, the core transaction token of the Miracle ecosystem. Each farm node pays 1/14 of what a full Bellator node earns, meaning you start earning from day one while building toward your full Bellator business. When you share the opportunity, you earn just like the pros, with the same $25 direct commission per farm node sold. And from each sale, 25% of your commission, that's $8.25, goes automatically into your Bellator Life Savings wallet, helping you secure your future full node upgrade. Plus, you earn binary bonuses up to $1.98.
All right, y'all, listen. I told you all that we are positioned and we don't want to leave anyone behind. But I understand this isn't for everybody, because everybody may not have eyes to see and everybody may not hear. But when you get the person who invited you to this call and you get their link, you got opportunities to secure a Project X node. Yes. You can secure a Miracle Pay node. Yes. You can even get a package, if you will. When you talk about the cards, those cards are right there in your back office. We got a one-stop shop, and here it is. For those of you who say that, hey, you know what? At least I can get started. Let me tell you about the power of these right here. And I don't overlook anything, because I understand. You can get in, get the link, get in for free, get your node and start. And if you are a builder and you say, or if you know what, you don't have to be a builder. You could just be someone who got love for family members, all right? A love for friends. Because if I'm somebody and I see you blow up, the first thing I'm going to say is, man, dog, why didn't you share that with me? You see? And I got I got people here. I see some of my Detroit people. I see some of my ATL people on here. Guys, we got to share this and get the word out. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you this from experience. It's no fun getting to the top by yourself. It actually put a bullseye on your back. But when you have a wherewithal and a mindset to bring others up with you, that's why you hear us talking about family legacy and such things. That's what that is. So you can get in, get started with one of these farm nodes, but it's a builder's node. Hear me. This is not for just the investor to buy one and then just sit. No, if you get one of these, you heard the video say it's only worth 1/14 of a regular farm node. That means you got to acquire enough of them to qualify for that, so that your investments look the same, okay? But at this point in time, I'm going to tell you right now, you can start building, because at $99, you can come in and share your link and get other people in. And let's say if you do that right here, I'm going to just do some math again. And you get in with a farm node and you share one of these packages. You're getting $250. If you share 4 and 4 people get one, you got enough now to go and buy your own CP. You see? And then, oh my goodness. See, I ain't even told y'all about the compensation plan and how that works. but I don't want to do that. I got videos on my YouTube. Y'all go look that up, all right? But I want to get you all out of here because, like I said, I wanted to be respectful of your time tonight. So with that being said, we also have what we call the pre-IPO pack, all right? Of course not. You can't. We already being recorded. So now, the pre-IPO pack, here's what I want you all to see very quickly, and then I'm going to show you how to get positioned, and then we're going to be done, okay? Take a look.
Wake up! Don't let this slip by. The biggest opportunity of the year has finally arrived. To the most relentless, visionary community in the space, your moment to build the future is right now. Let's break down the Bellator pre-IPO infrastructure launch packages. Start strong with the starter package. You get 2 Miracle Pay nodes and 3 Project X nodes. That is a retail value of $6,000 slashed down to just $3,000. You lock in a massive 50% savings. Scaling up, the Builder package delivers 1 Guardian node, 3 Miracle Pay nodes, and 3 Project X nodes. A $9,800 retail value for only $5,500, saving you 44%. For the serious visionaries, the Elite Infrastructure Package is your best value. Secure 2 Guardian nodes, 7 Miracle Pay nodes, and 4 Project X nodes.
All right, now, when you talk about the Guardian nodes, you all, and you once again you go back in your back office, because I know some of you are saying, "What's that Guardian node?" You go and hit Mirex, and when you hit Mirex, you're going to see the white paper for the whole thing. The Guardian breakdown is inside here, but I'm gonna just give it to you right now. When you get for $3,200, that gives you an amount of 4,000 Mirex. That Guardian node acts as just what is called a guardian. And so it positions itself to check those transactions to make sure they're not fraudulent, y'all. I told you, every time they built the new piece, they had to solve a problem. And we got a whole ecosystem of problem-solving technology, man, for the world. So that means if you have a Guardian node, you got a Project X node, you got a CPU node, you're getting paid different compensations off each one. That's all going to who? Your benefit. So how do you benefit from this, you all? I'm gonna tell you right now. And we look here. Wise man David Thoreau once said, and I love poetry. He said, "Wealth is the ability to fully experience life." What that simply means, good people, is you can do what you want to do, when you want to do it, with whom you want to do it, for however as long as you want to do it. That is the definition to fully experiencing life. I'm saying to you, even when I was doing other things, y'all, in cheap out trade, it was such a blessing to be able to take my wife somewhere for 5 to 10 days, and I'm sitting on the beach getting everything back that we just spent to get there. But with this program, with Bellator, good people, you have the position, you have the opportunity to benefit because this could be you. So what do you got to do? One, you understand that there's a convergence happening of 2 worlds. Digital economy, real world being brought together by the Miracle Bridge that offers governance, which is regulator oversight. So you got to worry about the rug pulls. Technology, the blockchain infrastructure, so you got safe. Community, people-powered growth between us. Can't wait to meet some of y'all down in Journey, down in Arizona. Then you got utility, which is real world assets. All right here in a one-stop shop that we've never seen before. The world never seen this before, you all. And that's why Wall Street is getting behind it. So very quickly, you all, it's 7 ways to initially get to earn. You got no rewards, which is what I just took you through. You also have direct commissions that when you share your link and someone positions themselves in purchase, you get direct commission. Then you have level commissions for those who understand that want to build. As you rank up, you bank up. Then you also have matching bonuses. That's the people in your downline on your team that you helping, and you take on the role of leadership. The company has the audacity to match you. Then you got dual structure profits, rank bonus and profit, y'all. Leadership bonus pools, they're very thoughtful, aren't they? So as we get ready to wrap this up, I've just shown you the foundation, what they built, and how it benefits you, which is a complete ecosystem with people. Miracle chain, connection through miracle paying Neo, growth through trading, and guidance through Bellator Life. Finance is global ownership, and ownership is that on the chain, and growth is guided by AI. So here's your roadmap to success. You join, you get back with the person who invited you to this call and get their link tonight and get yourself positioned. Take 1 to 3 months to really start building the foundation, you know. And that's just what we got to do. We make a list of people who we want to bless and share with. We ain't begging nobody to get in there. We're not hounding nobody. It's not that. And we also got support groups and support chats so you don't feel like this another random number, because I've been in plays like that. I do not like to get involved and then people just forget about me and won't help me and answer questions. We don't roll like that, you all. Take another 3 to 6 months to rank up. Next thing you know, within 6 to 12 months of you dedicated and you put a little commitment in, you're going to see something happen. Your life can be changed forever. All right? So with that being said, people, I thank you all for being here tonight. It's Monday nights with Dr. Mike. And before we go, I do want to show you this, our next event. So what you want to do, let me give you some pieces, right? A little quick training. When you get yourself positioned and you get the person who invited you to this call, you get their link and you get yourself positioned. The first thing you're going to do is assume your equity position, get one of your packages, get yourself situated first, and then you're going to call 3 or 4 people and get them on tomorrow's call, Tuesday at 12 p.m. noon. That is the next piece tomorrow. Invite the people to that private call. I don't care if they're spiritual leaders, financial leaders, accountants, bankers, doctors, lawyers, teachers, influencers, coaches, whatever you be, whatever title you have. You want to get them to this call tomorrow. Mr. Hines, I don't know who presenting, but it's going to be somebody amazing because we got a real amazing team of presenters, you all. Shout out to them because we got some great leaders, okay? So get them to that call, get yourself positioned, and let's build and do this thing right together, all right? That being said, it's Doc Favors. I appreciate all of you all. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you next time.